Alright, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good day, sir. On this question, I would like to talk about input, intake, and output. So I will explain about input. So input refers to all forms of language that learners encounters or receives. So and also whether orally in writing, and also this concept was first proposed by Stephen Carson, and Carson also emphasized that understanding sufficient input will automatically provide the necessary grammar for the learner. So the second is intake. Intake is the part of input that is effectively processed by the learner and plays a role in uh, involvement of their internal language system and interlanguage interlanguage system, uh, and also the index uh, uh, the and also the insect uh, in other words, it is in input that like has been processed by the learner to capture new patterns, grammar, or vocabulary, and enters the learner's working memory and is then start as part of the language system. Yeah. And after that, some factors that influence how much input can become intact. The first is attention. Uh, attentions, which like the learners must pay attention to certain aspects of the input in order to process it as intake. And then so this process is often not automatic and requires concentration and active involvement from the learners. Noticing, learners need to be aware of noticing because the difference between the language they produce and the language they receive. And after that, this process is called gap noticing, where the learners become aware of the difference between what they know and what they hear or read. So feedback feedback is to help the learners to correct their mistakes and convert more input to into the insight. And the lastly is output, and output is refers to the language produced by learners either orally speaking or in writing. So the output hypothesis proposed by Mary Swain emphasize the importance of language production in language learning. After that, for several important reasons, they like noticing the gap, seeing the gap when producing output, learners often become aware of what they are actually able to say, and which motivates them to find ways to correct the gap. And after that hypothesis testing, when they speak or write, they test whether their way of using language is correct or not. And feedback from native speakers help them validate to uh, or refine their hypothesis. So the linguistic friction, and that's when producing output, especially in interactions that involve reflections, learners are able to think more deeply about the language structures they use. And for the last point, the relation between input, intake, and output. Input, the places that the provides the raw data that the learners need to understand and develop language skills, and from the input, the effectively processed part part becomes intake, which is information internalized by the learners to be used in language development. And after that, output then provides an opportunity for learners to test and practice the language rules or structures they have processed from the intake, as well as providing one opportunity to receive feedback uh, that help them correct their mistakes and improve their language skills. So that's all can I explain about input, intake, and output. Sir, thank you.